Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley and this is another bookish video. Hello friends, it is the end of April, so that means it is time for another Owl Choose Your TBR game. And this is TBR game number 4, and I am very excited about the month of May. April was exciting because of Readathon, and I didn't read as much as I wanted to for Readathon, but that's okay. There's another very exciting readathon happening in May, and that is Escape the Readathon, created by Lexi from Books with Lexi, and I will be on team Ghost Tours. And one of the hosts is Mel from Mel Lenore Reads, and then there are 3 other hosts. I'll have to look them up. In the wrap up at the end, I will list all the other hosts as well, but I know for sure one is Mel Lenore Reads. But there are several hosts and teams in this readathon. 4 different teams, and yeah, I'm on Team Ghost Tour, which is hosted, or one of the hosts is Mel, and then there's 3 other hosts as well, and I will link, and then also in the wrap up at the end of this video, I will mention all the other hosts, and then I will also leave a link of description on Lexi's readathon, or leave a link to her channel down below. Also, another exciting readathon that is happening in May is this is at the end of May, and that is 72 hours in the Smutden. So back in, I think it was February, I did the 72 hours in the haunted house, and I had so much fun with that. And I am very excited to do the 72 hours in the Smutden. This is again hosted by the Late Night Crew, which is Mel from Mel Lenore Reads, Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy, and then Rye from Rye's Reading Corner. And then there's also 2 other hosts. I know Michelle from Michelle's Library is one of them. And then I know there was another one. And again, I will leave all the hosts and everything mentioned in the description below, and then also in the wrap up at the end of this video. I will mention all the hosts again. But I am very excited for the month of May, and hopefully I'm out of this reading slump, and I will be reading a lot. And one great thing about the Escape the Readathon is that it is basically like you can mood read anything. But we will also see what I get on my TBR. So let's go ahead and do the first roll for my Owl Choose Your TBR game. Okay, one thing I forgot to mention is that I did not end up finishing my April Owl Choose Your TBR. And I have been like failing on these TBRs for like the last few times. So I decided to create a little like punishment for me, and that includes drawing from this owl. So I know in the game, if I land on like the owl, like I have 2 spots that have like the owl, and that would mean I would have to draw from this and then also do a prompt on top of that. But if I do not finish my TBR from that like previous month, then the next month I have to also draw an extra book from this jar. And these are all like series that I'm in the middle of or I have not started that are on my physical TBR. I need to get that physical TBR down, so I created this jar, and then that's also why I have this TBR game as well. Because I have a lot of physical or books on my physical TBR that I need to get to. And I keep failing these, so maybe this will be a motivation to try to stick to my TBR as best as I can. and because I don't want to add extra books and make it even harder to finish my TBR for the month. So yeah, I am very excited to add this to my game. Now let's go ahead and do the first roll. Okay, time to do roll number 1 for my Owl Choose Your TBR. Here's an overview of the board again, and then I choose, based on what I land on, is what jar I pick from. All right, so let's go ahead and do roll 1. 6, 7, 8. All right, light yellow. That is title prompts. All right, I got one here. I got does that flame or fire in the title. All right, let's see if I can find a book with flame or fire in the title. Okay, I'm back after the first roll for my TBR game, and I landed on a light yellow prompt, and I drew a book with a flame. I had to choose a book with flame or fire in the title. And I have the perfect book for this, and I've actually wanted to add it to my May TBR anyway, because of Covers with Cassidy actually recently read this and did a vlog for it, did a dragon vlog for this, and she loved it. So I am very excited to be adding Fireborn by Rosaria Munda on my May TBR. I've been wanting to read this ever since I saw her vlog for it, and yeah, I'm very excited to be adding it to my May TBR because I was going to add it anyway, or was going to read it very soon anyway, so very excited to be able to read it, and it does have fire in the title. Let's go ahead and do roll number 2. Okay, we're going to go ahead and do roll number 2. 3, 4, 5. 4, 5. All right, so light green. And that is color prompts. So let's see what color I get. All right, these are folded pretty well. I think that's orange. Yes, orange cover. Let's try to find a book with orange on the cover. Okay, I am back after roll number 2, and I landed on a light green square, and that was color prompts, and I got the color orange, so I had to find a book with orange on the cover, and I chose Triple Duty Bodyguards by Lily Gold. I read her 2 of her other books, Faking with Benefits and 3 Swedish Mountain Men, and loved those. I read them back in February, and they were really good, and I love them, and I've been wanting to read this one for a while. I just have been kind of pushing it off a little bit. But yeah, I'm very excited to be finally reading this, and maybe I will possibly I might save this for Smutden, but if I get in the mood for it, I will definitely, I'm definitely very excited to read this. So hopefully I might read it before, just so I can just to make sure I get to it, because I know for Smutden you have to spin the wheel, and if I don't get anything that fits this book, then I won't be able to read it for that. But I'm gonna go ahead. Yeah, I'm gonna add this. This is definitely orange. So let's go ahead and do roll number 3. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do roll number 3 now. 7, 8, 9. All right, so a light yellow prompt, another title prompt, let's see what I get this time. Sorry, I'm just unfolding it. Oh, a long one. I got witch in the title. All right. I will have to find a book with witch in the title. Okay, I am back after roll number 3, and I got another light yellow prompt, and that's a title prompt. And for this one, I got a book. I had to find a book with witch in the title. And for this one, I chose The Bone Witch by Rin Shipeko. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that wrong. This is a YA fantasy. I don't know anything else really about it, but I have had it on my TBR for a really long time. So yeah, I just was like reading about this, and then it's about the main character, Tia, is she's different from the other witches in her family. She it says her gift for necromancy makes her a bone witch, who are feared and ostracized in their kingdom. So yeah, it's about this like that character, and I think there's like a war brewing, like from what I kind of just read. I don't want to read the whole thing because that will take a while. But yeah, I am very excited to add this. It's been on my TBR for a while, so glad I can finally get to this. Let's go ahead and do roll number 4. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do roll number 4. And I got a 4. Some low numbers this time. 1, 3, 4. So I got pink, light pink prompt, and that's just the miscellaneous prompts. So these are just the prompts that couldn't fit, like I couldn't really fit it into the other categories. Let's see. A book with, I can't tell if that's 300 pages. I think it was supposed to be a book with like 300 pages or less, or more than 300 pages. Yeah, less than 300 pages. Yeah, a book that is less than 300 pages. All right, I will go ahead and try to find a book with less than 300 pages. Okay, I am back after my 4th roll, and I got I landed on a pink prompt, and that is like the miscellaneous prompt. And I had to find a book with less than 300 pages. And for that, I chose Angel Fall by Susan E. This is a like old book. It came out in 2012. I actually only got it I think I got it like 3 years ago. And I've been wanting to read it. But yeah, it has like angels, I think, angels, and it's about a girl who is trying to get her sister back, and then she runs into a warrior who is found with he's broken and wingless, and then they like go on like a journey together and try to survive and find her sister, try to rescue her sister. That is kind of what I like, the summary I got from the back. It says it's like action packed, and And yeah, I think there probably will be a romance. It's young adult, and I think it's like a dystopian-esque world. But I am not sure on that. But yeah, let me know down in the comments if you read this and what you thought of it, because I know it came out a long time, like over 10 years ago. So yeah, I'm excited to finally give this a try. I remember when this like came out, and I remember seeing it around, but I never picked it up, and then I saw it and decided to get it like a few years ago, but just haven't picked it up yet. But I am excited to add it to my TBR, and it is under 300 pages at 283, so just under 300 pages. So yeah, I'm excited to add this to my TBR. Let's go ahead and do roll number 5. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do roll number 5. And I got 7, 8. All right, so light green, that's color prompts. So I don't have as many prompts in this jar. All right, got one here. Let's see what color I get. All right, I got a book. Have to find a book with blue on the cover. All right, I will be back with a book with blue on the cover. Hello, I am back after my 5th roll, and I landed on a light green, and that was another color prompt. And I got blue, so I had to find a book with blue on the cover. And I decided to choose The Fine Print by Laura Asher. This is the first book in the Dreamland Billionaires series. It's a romance, and it's about these guys that, like, their family owns, like, theme parks, or, like, this, like, theme parks that is, like, related to Disney. And this is the story of Rowan and Zara, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly, but I've been seeing this a lot lately, especially since the 3rd book also just got released like a month or so ago. And yeah, I've been wanting to read this for a while, and I'm very excited to finally have it on my TBR. And I definitely will be reading this in May, because yeah, I have been wanting to read this. I just have been pushing it off for some reason. But yeah, let's go ahead and do roll number 6. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do roll number 6. Got 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, another light green, so another color prompt. Let's see what color I get this time. All right. Ooh, this is yellow. Yeah, that is yellow. It doesn't want to unfold. So a book with yellow on the cover. I will be back with what I choose. Okay, I am back after my 6th roll for my TBR game, and this time I landed on another light green prompt, and this time I got the color yellow. And for that, I am choosing Reckless Girls by Rachel Hawkins. This is a book of the month book, so I definitely have to get to it. And it was released, what year? And it was like a year ago or 2 years ago. Yeah, 2021, so 2 years ago. And I've heard some mixed reviews about this, but I still am definitely excited to read this. It's a thriller, and it takes place on like an island, and it sounds really, really intriguing, and I've heard good things about this author's thrillers. So yeah, I'm very excited to read this and add it to my TBR for May. And it definitely is giving me like spring vibes, almost summer coming soon vibes. So yeah, definitely excited to add this. And I did want to add some thrillers onto my TBR since for Escape the Readathon, even though it's not required. Let's go ahead and do roll number 7. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and do roll number 7. I am hoping for a big number because I already have 6 books on my TBR, and I still have to draw from the owl for my like punishment book. So let's hope for a bigger number, but we will see. 6, 7, 8. All right, so light purple. So it wasn't bad. Just one more book added to my TBR, but that's okay. Because yeah, the next time, no matter what I roll, I will be done. So yeah, light purple, and that is A to Z prompts. Let's see what letter I get. Hopefully it's a pretty easy one. A book that starts with A. That should be pretty easy. I will be back with what I chose for this prompt. Hello, I am back after doing my 7th roll, and which will definitely be the last roll or last prompt. And I landed on a light purple prompt, and I had to choose a book that starts with the letter A. So I chose All the Dangerous Things by Stacy Willingham. She also wrote A Flicker in the Dark, which I technically could have counted that because it starts with A, but I wanted to challenge myself and not include the, like, just if it starts with A, like, whatever, blank. So I chose All the Dangerous Things. And this is about Isabella Drake and her son Mason, who was stolen from his crib and in the middle of the night, and then she her like life revolves around like trying to find him and solve like what happened. I haven't heard too much about this lately, but I think I've heard that a lot of people like it. From when it first came out. It did come out at the beginning of this year, so it is a like newer release. But yeah, I'm excited to read this. And I probably will also add A Flicker in the Dark to my TBR for May as well. And yeah, I'm excited to be adding more like thrillers to my TBR for this because yeah, I wanted to add some thrillers even though it's not required for the readathon. So yeah, I'm excited to add this to my May TBR. Okay, that was definitely the last like prompt that I would have to choose, but I'm gonna go ahead and roll anyway so I can get to the end. And I got a 7 and a 5. So yeah, definitely the end. I don't even know I counted because no matter what I got, it would have been the last. But now I have to draw from here as a punishment for not finishing up my April TBR. So let's go ahead and draw from here. And again, these are all like series that I have to get to. And actually ones that I have on my TBR right now might show up in this jar. But also if it is in here and I have read it, I just will read like the second book or third book if I've read that. So I got Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I am very excited. I actually tried, I think I attempted this like several years ago trying to read it and put it back down and then never picked it back up again. And I don't know why. I think I was like distracted by things and just put it back down and just haven't had the motivation to pick it back up. But yeah, I'm excited to add this one to my TBR finally and finally get to it. I've heard really good things about this series and I've been wanting to read it, but been putting it off. So yeah, Cinder will be on my May TBR. Okay, so that is the end of my Owl Choose Your TBR game. I'm just gonna go over all the books that I have added, and it is a lot. Like, yeah, it's definitely. Hopefully, I can get to all of these. Definitely was not nice to me this month, but I have a lot of easy books. Like, there's nothing like no big like chunkers on here, so that's nice. And a lot of YA, so those should be easy to get to. And hopefully I enjoy them, because some of them I added on my TBR when I was like really enjoying YA, so hopefully I still enjoy them, but we will see. But yeah, Cinder was the book I had to choose for like the punishment for not finishing my April TBR. Then I have The Fine Print for a book with blue on the cover, or blue on the cover. Then I have Angel Fall for a book that is less than 300 pages. I have The Bone Witch for a book title with witch, with the witch in the title. And then I have Triple Duty Bodyguards for a book with orange. And then I have Fireborn for a book with title with fire. The word fire. And then I have All the Dangerous Things for a book that starts with the letter A. And then I have Reckless Girls for a book, a cover with yellow. So yeah, there is a lot of books on here. Let's see, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, I have 8 books on my required TBR. Yeah, that is a lot, considering I haven't been reading a lot lately. But some of these, like I said, will be pretty easy to get to. And there's some that I am very excited to get to, like Fireborn. I'm very excited to be adding, like, that is on my TBR because I was planning on reading that anyway. And I'm excited for the thrillers on my TBR. And then I like a romance. I have a good mix of books here. I also want to go over a couple books that I have on my TBR that I want to read. Besides the books that I plan on trying to get to for Smutden. I'm going to do a separate video for a Smutden TBR later. Possibly, if I can get to that. But yeah, I am going to go over a couple more books that I want to try to get to for on top of these for the month of May. Okay, so I finished my TBR game, but I wanted to go over a few more books that I want to also try to get to on top of the books that are already on my TBR because of the game. But one of my top priorities is finishing this series. I am currently in the middle of this book now, and hopefully we'll finish it tonight. I am loving it. This is definitely thanks to, again, Cassidy from Covers with Cassidy, and a little bit of the, like, Mel and Rye and Kaylee from Kaylee's books. They've all been, like, reading this. Like, it's been a big, giant, like, buddy read. Or, like, train of people, like, reading it, because everybody's been loving it that I've seen. I know there's a few people that haven't, but, yeah, I am definitely excited I'm definitely going to try to finish this series in the month of May. I will definitely finish this first book, but I want to there's 6 Scorched Roses, which is like a novella within this series, and then the second book just came out as well. It's such a long title, I can't Ash is in this but yeah, I can't think of it right now, but I am excited to continue this series because I've been loving this first book. I'm like halfway through, but yeah, I'm excited to continue this series. And then another one I have, I mentioned this when I picked up All the Dangerous Things, but I also want to read A Flicker in the Dark as well. This is her, like, the first book that I have of hers. It released in 2021, and I haven't gotten to it yet, and I've heard really good things about this one as well. And it's, again, I wanted to add some thrillers on my May TBR, even though it's not required. And I also want to try to add some, like, more, like, paranormal, like, ghost books to my TBR, since I am on the team Ghost Tours. But yeah, I'm very excited to add this to my TBR for May. And then I have A Light in the Flame. I wanted to read this in April for Readathon, but I did not end up getting to it. So it is going on my May TBR, and hopefully I will finally get to this. I keep pushing off, and again, I was just reading really slow all month of, like, the whole month of April. There were times that I just was not in the mood to read. Like, I was definitely in my, like, TV watching era for the month of April, and which was really bad because I know I was trying to participate in this readathon, which I did. I still read, I think, so, like, at the time of this, I'm filming this, I still read, I think, 6 books, 6 or 7. I know 3 of them were novellas, but still, I mean, that's more than the previous month where I only read 2 books. And yeah, I'm definitely, like, slowly trying to get out of this reading slump that I've been in, like, basically all year. I don't know why. I just have been reading so slow. I normally, like, fly through books that I'm loving, but even if I'm loving them, I haven't been, like, flying through them like I normally do. But yeah, I'm excited to finally get to this. I'll try to make it a priority. Again, hopefully, like, my TBR that I just made will be easy to get through because a lot of them are YA. Not that some of them are, like, not challenging, but yeah, like, there's a lot of the books that I have are shorter, and some of them, like some YA have, like, bigger writing. So yeah, it should be easy, hopefully, to get through them, and hopefully I enjoy them as well. But yeah, I will be adding this. I love the From Blood and Ash series, so I just have no excuses as to why I keep putting this off. All right, and then I have A Kingdom of Ruin and A Queen of Ruin. These are the final 2 books in the Ruin of Roses series. I've been loving that series, and I just read the second book for Readathon, and it ended in a really big kind of, like, cliffhanger. So I really want to add these to my May TBR because I want to know how this series ends. Because I'm very excited, and I've been loving it. So yeah, I love these characters and, like, the romance that's forming, and yeah, very excited to add these. I can't really say a description on them, but basically it's a Beauty and the Beast retelling, and it's about, like, it has, like, dragon shifters, and there's, like, a demon king that put a curse on this land, and now the main, like, protagonist is trying to break that curse and heal the kingdom. But yeah, it's so much more than that. I've been loving it, and I definitely recommend if you haven't read the series. It just gets better as I've been reading. So yeah, like, if you don't like the first book, I highly suggest just continue on because it just gets better. And I'm very excited to read the last 2 in the series. And then the last book I want to talk about that I'm going to add to my May TBR is A Sweet and Bitter Magic. I'm adding this to my TBR because I'm doing the buzzword challenge for the year. And the buzzword for May is, like, taste, flavors, taste. And so I'm choosing this a sweet and bitter magic because sweet and bitter are like taste flavors. So yeah, I'm excited to add this. This is, I believe, another YA fantasy. Like, and there's romance. I don't know much else about it, but this is an Owl Crate like special edition. Signed first, yeah, from Owl Crate, and it's signed. And I love like the end pages. It's like purple, my favorite color. The hardcover is not too exciting, but it's still cute, a little bow. But yeah, I am excited to add this to my May TBR for the book buzzword channel, which buzzword challenge was created by Kayla from Books with Lala. So yeah, I will leave her link down below as well. So yeah, I'm very excited to hopefully get to those on top of the books I have on my like TBR game TBR. Okay, so that was a lot of books that I went over for the month of May. A lot of books that I will hopefully get to and get out of this slump. If you have any tips to get out of my slump, leave them down below, because I've been reading books that I've been loving, and like hopefully some of the books on here will get me out of the slump. I'm just trying to find a win. I know Serpent, I've been loving that one. I've just been reading it really slow, and I mean, it is like, it probably will be one of my like go down as one of a new favorite. But I've just been reading it really slow because I've been doing like other things, and I've just, yeah, I am feeling slumpy and I want to get out of that slump. But yeah, hopefully May is the month that I get out of this slump. I was hoping it would be April, and unfortunately it was not. But yeah, I am excited for the month of May. Again, I will leave everybody linked down below for Lexi's readathon, and also for the 72 hours in the Smutden. Yeah, I'm very excited for these readathons, and thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope all of you have a wonderful day, night, evening, wherever you are.